And we're green. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to MMS Formula 1 Season 3, Round 3, the German Grand Prix. For the first time in a really long while, we are here at the Nürburgring circuit, a fan-favorite track when it comes to Formula 1 fans because, hey, we have Hockenheim, we have Nürburgring, we like those circuits. We decided to stray away from Hockenheim Ring after a few issues at that circuit, after a few chaotic races. So we decided to go to the other side. Let's go to the Nürburgring. People still like it. It still is a fun track to race on, so why not? So, yeah, I don't think I have to introduce the Nürburgring too much. It even hosted a race in 2020, so even newer Formula 1 fans should be somewhat familiar with the circuit. Joining me in the commentary booth today is Max.
Hello.
Yep, and he will be the one to present the grid for today's race. So here we go. Here is the starting grid.
Right, so on pole position, long overdue, we've got David Granville for Williams. Really, just a long overdue pole position for him. It's surprising that he hasn't actually scored a pole position up to this point.
Yeah,
this is
his 30th race, mind you, in MMS Formula 1, and he just got a pole position, despite being in top teams for 2 seasons.
Yep. And joining him on the front row, we have Rodney Rackus, the Benetton phenom, you could say. Got injured in season 1. Now he's starting P2. On the third grid spot, we've got Alyssa Hin for Sauber Mercedes. A surprising position, but very welcome to see the Sauber again very far forward. Now, rest of the grid, we have Falcon, Murray, Van Der, Blumschein, Stella, Lucien, Tander, Kalmar, Bettis, De Stürmen, Valjak, Agnes, Katzenberg, Gladini, Hoshi, Keith, Soppenen, Comedy Pur, Radiantor, Saisala, Wernersen, Michaelmacher, Aguirre, Material, Witt, Waldinger, De Jong, Curtis, Schabo Müller, Tander, Nisbet, Flynn, Herholt, Effling, and Temu D'Ambrosio in the 40 rounds of grid.
Yep, it's really surprising to see. It's really surprising to see Herhold and Flynn so low, especially Flynn, who had a very good race last time out.
I have to agree. I'm not sure if I can say it, but they screwed the qualifying quite badly, I would have to say. If I have to say such a brash word, they really need to get to it in the actual race, because such a qualifying position probably isn't very acceptable for their respective team owners.
Yep. But it should give us an interesting race because those two know how to fight through the field, especially Herhold, so we can be having another Herhold comeback on our hands here. So with all that done, let's get to the track as the drivers are preparing to go. Lights out. Here we are. Let's go. Without further ado, here we go. The lights are coming on. 4 red lights. And we're green at the Nürburgring for the German Grand Prix, and it's a good start from Rackus. He nearly immediately shoots out into the lead, side by side of Granville. Murray also great start, 3 wide between Falcon, Sahin and Murray, maybe even 4 wide with the Ferrari of Van Leer. No, it's just 3 wide. Murray gets into the lead, possibly with his move. A lot of contact, that's I think Soppanen on Wernersen, very reckless move, damage all over the place through turn 1. Murray still side by side, Rackus to the inside of Falcon. Rackus takes the lead as Falcon is left out in second. Then we see Murray, Van Leer pushing Granville a bit to the outside as Granville has dropped 4 positions down to 5th. As now he's having to worry about Stella. Tander to the inside of Stella, side by side. Tander might fight back here on the inside to the inside of Granville. Tander goes to the outside, Tander gets squeezed out, there's contact between Sahin and Tander. Sahin also dropped down a lot of positions. Waldinger is out of the race. As I somehow haven't killed the car, I'm gonna do that later. But what happened to Benz Waldinger?
What a chaotic start we've just had. Oh, so he got re-ended.
Okay, let's see. So, into turn 1. Locks up. Oh, okay, so Material hits the back of Michael Maher. Has to slow down instantly because of the damage. Waldinger locks up slightly into turn 1. And then he gets taken out by one of the... by Nisbet. He got taken out by Nisbet. Hold on, where is Nisbet?
Nisbet massively overshot that car. You can just see him just flying off into the distance there.
Yeah, and Nisbet caused a lot of damage to a lot of cars here in a very short time.
I think we're gonna see a penalty for that one, because that's just something you don't want to see, especially for a fun battle.
Yeah, we got a very decent race last time out. They scored their first points of the season. There you go, takes one out. Also, Herhold goes into the rear of Aguirre. De Jong loses his wing on Michael Maher. That is not a nice start to a race. That really is not a nice start.
Yep, and now we may be seeing a lot of chaos because of cars pitting. We have another car out, I think. I'm looking at the
No,
map, but
that's
no,
my car.
Yeah, that's the AI car. Right. So we with Varianto in the midfield now, and
Hold on, yeah, the game got a bit loud, so to speak.
yep.
Sorry for that. Alright, we should be good now. Radianto now, very good start for him as he goes to the outside of Kalmar and makes the move work. No, never mind. Oh no, there's contact and there's damage for Koichi Hoshi. Man, he has had such an unlucky start of the season.
Yep, Hoshi in the Simtech, more well known for driving, I think it was the Master Speed in LMS last season. Basically his Formula 1 debut season, and he's not been very lucky. He's had quite a few problems, and this is another problem for him.
Yeah.
What a shame.
Sahir now fighting Blumstein. Sahir also with a mad start, down 5 positions. As your race leader is Rodney Rackus, followed by Matthew Falcon, Murray, Van Leer, Granville, Stella, Blumstein, Sahin Betes. As now Tanda goes a bit wide side by side of Mihail Valiak as Lucien passed the Kiwi troublemaker, so to say. As the FIA has said no further action on the turn 1 incidents, understandable. As Tanda sends it to the inside of Tanda, pushes him very, very deep, and as the Sturman, no, the Sturman doesn't get the position. Tanda tries to fight back on Valiak. Tanda still going for it, pushes Valiak a bit wide onto the curbing. Valiak got the better exit, better run through the corner. Tanda still wide, and Tanda still wide, and Tanda still behind Valiak. As we have plenty of cars in the pits due to the incidents. Radianto now fighting with Gilardini. Agnes to the outside of Radianto. This is battle for the last points paying position. Katzenberg also in the mix. Katzenberg 2 positions down on his starting position. Now just 1, and now he might be back as he overtakes Radianto. 3 wide now as look at Comedipo. What a move! Oh, Sal Saller, you absolute Estonian.
That's just... I'm not sure what to think of something like that, but it's just... What was Salah thinking there? He sees that we're 3 wide, and well, like actually looking at it from this angle, it seems that
Comedipo just overshot the corner with his triple overtake attempt here, and you know, locked up, parked it on the apex of the corner, so Salah had nowhere to go. Unfortunate.
It's Mick in shambles, as I'm pretty sure that both of the Micas now have damage. Yep, Michael is in P37. Not a good sign, especially since from the precedent we've had with previous races, if you get damage on lap 1, you're practically out of it.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. Maybe strategy can save these guys as Sopanen now dives it to the inside of Van Lessen with Eagle Vit. Yeah, really feel for Mig.
So we are with Rayanto and with Kolipur. That's all of these cars trying to get past the stricken car of Kolipur. The Simtic was still down a lot. Whoa, that's Sopanen taking a very imaginative line through the last corner.
Yep, as on the radio, Tamer Young, after his turn 1 incident, saying he had nowhere to go. Well, yeah, kind of true, as Tanda is complaining about drivers. I don't know what Sopanen did there. Sopanen just went to the outside because of, you know, the slowing down car. He had the space, he just went on the grass. I don't know, maybe
wanted to show off.
Yeah, I mean, he is finished, maybe some rallycross genes in there, I don't know. As Raku's not really that comfortable of a lead over Falcon. Murray's close as well. Overall, the pack is closer than last time out. Radko Betes and Celine Lucian. Radko Betes, finally a good qualifying session.
I mean, he has had good qualifying sessions previously, for the first race, for example, but that was a DNF. I think he also DNF the previous race, so
yeah,
maybe he'll try and finish this race this time, which may or may not even guarantee him a relatively good spot on the point spot now.
Yeah, I mean, turning off all the things here, I have made the reliability a bit stronger so that we actually see more cars finish the races, so it's not such a lottery. As Ghilardini to the inside of Calma, the bang wheels. Ghilardini, the ruthless Italian, here to the outside and gets P14 nicely from Calma. No, Calma gets a decent run side by side now. And we might finally get some side-by-side action for this corner. Yes, we do. That is a lovely corner to go for in a Formula 1 car. As Agnes now to the inside of his teammate. The Minardi battle is still up there, as they've scored their second podium in history of MMS F1.
Ghilardini especially is, I think, a fascinating story, since he was best known in Season 1 for never managing to actually pre-qualify for a race, and now he's known for being a consistent point scorer. It's really a great redemption story for him, man, and it's amazing what the Minardi team has also been able to do with their car.
Yeah, I mean, Ghilardini also scored Minardi's first podium back in Season 2, so that's also very important. No further action on any incident yet, so that is completely understandable. Is there damage? No, there's no damage for any car here. There is Juho Soppanen, Flynn, Curtis, Witt. I spoke too soon. Oh, what was that? Come on!
Oh, that looks like he just lost the brakes or something. I don't see a locked wheel.
He just went straight into him.
Yeah, that was... I don't know what kind of problem he might have with Tando, but...
That is a NASCAR grade move. That is something you would see in NASCAR.
Not even NASCAR, that's something you would see in karting.
Yeah, that is... May I say, Igor Witt, more like Igor shit. Yeah, sorry, I can't stand stuff like that. That is just ridiculous. That is definitely a penalty coming his way. As Sahin now chasing down the two Ligier cars. We haven't spoken too much about the Ligier team, but you have to say, they are doing quite well.
I have to agree. Ligier were consistent podium, well, not quite podium scorers, but they managed to score some podiums last season, and now they are still relatively far up, even though the grid has been shaken up so much.
As Matthew Falcon goes for the lead of the race. Not yet side by side with Rakus. Pretty much for the whole of Sector 3. Murray trying to get into the mix. Falcon to the outside. Murray to the outside. Look at Murray trying to get some decent runs here. But it is now Matthew Falcon back into the lead. Rakus right behind and Murray right behind those two as well. We might see a free wide situation into turn 1. Rodney Rakus already to the inside. Gets Falcon. Granville also trying to attack Van Leer as they're all bunched up in a pack. Falcon drops down to P2. Van Leer to the inside of Murray. Rakus on the outside of Falcon. Sorry, Falcon very aggressive, but now Van Leer out of nowhere. Johannes Van Leer takes the lead. What a move! That is impressive.
Totally, that's just amazing racing from these people. I have to say, amazing racing. But they all managed to keep it relatively calm and collected and not crash into each other, but Johannes van Leer from 4th place into 1st place in 3 corners.
That is amazing. As I missed a few radio messages, Saller not impressed with the crash he had with Comedy Paw. But look at this. You can see Granville in the mirror of Van Leer. Van Leer leaves him space, oddly enough. He goes to the inside of Murray, rides that curving nice, pushes Murray a bit wide. Then because Falcon covered off Rakus, he left the inside all empty, and Van Leer just went for it. That is phenomenal. This is the racing we want for all season long, as now Stella to the inside of Granville. Oh my god, look at the pack here. This is pretty much the whole top 10 battling for podiums.
Yep, 8 people all battling for a podium or even for a win. You only see things like this in here. Like, you don't see things like this elsewhere. This is phenomenal racing, and it looked like Blumstein was even going to try and move into via chicane, which...
Yeah, into the Schumacher S's. That's a very brave move, as Sahin also tries to go to the inside of Blumstein. It seems that finally the chassis is doing its job, as Igor Witt is confirmed to have a 10-second time penalty, as Van Leer is pulling away from Falcon in that Ferrari. And that is surprising.
Yeah, has Ferrari finally managed to get a car that can actually do something instead of what he did the last 2 years, it's quite incredible to actually see Ferrari on pace again.
Yeah. I mean, Ferrari have come a long way, and I think the Marlboro sponsorship they got this season. Oh wait, there's a car off! There's a car off! Who is that? Who is that? Hello? Oh no, that's Murray!
Oh, that's Joseph Murray.
Brake failure. I think the rear brakes went, because look at the way he spins.
Yep. Yeah, the rear brake's actually completely locked up, it seems. Yeah.
Joseph Murray, again, a good race ruined by a reliability issue.
Reliability, yes, it seems now a constant factor in this season. Lots of front-running cars seem to be just glass cannons that fall apart at the lightest touch, it seems.
Yeah, but then again, this is the first top car retirement really in this race, so maybe it will be the only one, but who knows, this is racing after all, you can't really predict this season anyways, especially when you think that Josh Flynn is P4 in the standings fighting for the title.
Well, and about Josh Flynn, he has, seems to still be in the bottom 20. Actually no, he's gotten up to 22nd place now. Not too bad for him, but he will have to climb a bit further if he wants to maintain his place in the championship here. Alisa, of course, having dropped back a little bit, now the lead just having passed him, and yeah, Van Leer's still in the lead, and Falken hot on his heels, but it seems that Van Leer is a bit faster than him.
Yeah, it seems that Van Leer maybe conserved the tires a bit better, and is not able to use more tire grip. So who knows, this might be another race, and another case of reliability. Stayman de Jong is out of the race. Oh.
No,
wait, that's
the good.
Final corner, isn't it?
Yep, that's the final corner, and that's before into the BMW sign.
Oh, that's
just...
This reminds me of how Nick Tander retired last time out in Australia, but de Jong just... he had the brakes. Maybe the steering column died? I don't know what happened here, but the car just kind of... I don't know what he did, but whatever he did, he's out of the race.
Perhaps a suspension failure.
Maybe a suspension failure, yeah, because the car snapped mid-corner, so maybe there was some contact from turn 1 that led to this suspension failure. Soppanen is asking if the car has any damage, and the Arrows team is telling him that they have no data, they lost the data about the car.
Or perhaps they've told him that they have no data about any damage. Perhaps that's what they told him.
No, they said data lost, mate, so I think the data is lost. Maybe the data reset itself, that's what they mean. I don't know. Also, Nick Tander saw the accident between Witt and Tander and was not impressed, calling another Polish driver some not nice words. I think it's just a case of nationality at this stage for Nick Temper. As he goes into the rear of Valiak, nearly losing his wing.
Yeah, about Nick Temper. Well, his temper seems to be quite short if he's now trying to go into the rear of people.
Yeah, complains about rammers, but then again he does stuff like this. Lucien now on a really nice battle with Bethes. Lucien has been having little to no luck this season, but keeping strong, it seems. As Ferrari overall seem to be quite good. As here we go, the pit stop window is open, the top 3 is pitting. So the question is, Max, do you think that the overcut or the undercut will be the way to go in this race?
From the looks of it, most of the front-running teams seem to be going for a undercut strategy, so I'm not too sure. I think the undercut should be working since pretty much everyone at the front is already pitting, so I don't know if we'll even have an overcut to consider. Oh, Granville is actually opting for the overcut, it seems, but we have to consider it's lap 8. If you pit on lap 10, perhaps, if you manage to stretch your tires out for that long, then you might even be able to only pit once. So people who make that strategy call might actually be able to go the entire race with only one pit stop.
Yeah, just like we saw in Australia with, I believe, Jack Agnes, who managed to get himself a one-stop strategy and got a P2 for Minardi. As Jordan tells Tanda to pit, and Nick Temper again with his tempers, quite frustrated as he's telling his team to shut up as he's trying to pass Valiak. He did indeed pass Valiak, but he's not coming in. So I think Nick Tanda does not really care for the Jordan's demands, as he already was reprimanded by the team. Oh yeah, Valiak just let him through. Valiak is really conserving the tyres on his in-lap. Sahin, on the other hand, not coming in. Interception of Bloomshine might make him move here. No. Actually, no.
I think it's more of a case of him waiting for the other guys to pit now, since of course they are going to pit. Actually, Bloomshine is not pitting.
Yeah, no, Bluesham is going out because Stella is coming in, so they don't want a double stack. Granville takes the lead as Van Leer is the first car in the pit lane, and let's see. What stop will it be? In he goes, dropped from the jacks. And it's a very long stop, 5.06, and he's going to be jumped by Falcon, he's going to be jumped by Valiak, maybe even the Sturman jumps him. Oh my god, Ferrari has murdered Johannes Van Leer's race. Stella jumps him. Oh my god. Rakus is also dead. He goes just now, but he's jumped by Valiak, he's jumped by Betez.
He's been jumped by everyone, it seems. It's what a terrible stop for Van Leer.
Yeah, that's
I don't think there's much to say there. Just terrible.
Oh, and look at the Ambrosio nearly goes Randy outside. Oh, that's damage. No, that's Raku's taken. Oh no.
Was that over 40?
Yeah, that was Edgar Etheling. Just what the hell? He just accelerates into Raku's.
I believe that Etheling might not be used to actually seeing a car in front of him, considering he's in a 40.
That is shameful.
I don't think the stewards are going to look upon that lightly. I don't think that at all. Especially, wait, he actually accelerated.
Yeah, look.
He accelerated into him. I don't understand what he was trying to expect there, but
he just probably spazzed out of excitement because he saw a car in front of him. Herhold is coming in this race. This is Benetton's race over.
Yep.
Gilardini is going for the long run. Tanda is battling Lucy and Bloomshine in this lap. Sahin is going for the long run. Oh, and oh no, that's material, sorry, with a gearbox failure.
Now that you've said it, I think the overcut might actually be a viable strategy, since so many cars went for the undercut, that a lot of cars went in at the same time, and you've seen it with Van Leer. He got held up for a long time.
Yeah, because so many cars pitted trying to, you know, go for the Bridgestone recommended strategy that they lost so much time. It didn't work. A lot of people just got shoveled up. Mark Tanda, I'll have a word with Igovit at the end of the race. That move was unacceptable. If you see me going silence, don't worry, I'm keeping myself calm. As the Ambrosio is not happy with his teammates' Etheling shenanigans. Sahin and Lucien coming in the start. Nick Tanda is going for the longest run yet, I think.
I think he's going for a one-stop strategy, like I predicted.
Yep.
That might be a real contender for a win here, which is horrifying to say out loud, but Nick Temper might actually be a contender for a win here.
I don't know how I feel about Nick Temper going for the win, but hey, he already scored podiums at MMS Formula 1 in Season 1 of Ferrari as Falcon to the inside of Josh Flynn. Josh Flynn, 29 positions up, I have to say, his strategy might honestly benefit him.
Yeah, Josh Flynn also going for one stop. If his tires last, then he's going to be in a real good position.
Yep, as everybody made their stops, Etheling coming in just now, same with Rakus. No, Rakus is not coming in. Rakus is not even coming in. The Benetton team is, I think, scrambling to find a rear wing in the garage, so that is just painful.
And here we've got material kind of holding up the cars.
At least he's respecting blue flags though, so I'll give him that. Here we go, Lucien and Sahin into the pit lane. Tanda passes all of them, and Nick Tanda will actually lead an MMS Formula 1 race this season.
And he still hasn't gone into pits, Nick Tanda.
Yeah.
Curious that he hasn't been actually sent into the pits yet by his team, as he managed to keep the tires this long while battling other cars.
Lucien, decent stop, 5:10. As here we go, the two Williams cars pass both of the drivers, and well, it looks like Williams might dominate this race as Nick Tander's 16-second gap. That's not enough, and this gap should shrink rapidly because worn tires are really slow. As Stella, Sahin and Lucien will be battling for what is net P3, as I severely doubt Tander will stay in the position he is in right now. Where is Van Le? Van Le is behind Valek. Van Le is in 10th. The Ferraris have swapped places.
Yep. Lucien being so far forward is quite a surprise, but seeing Van Le so far backward is obviously not very surprising, considering that he got held up for about 15 seconds.
Yeah, also Van Le sidelined from the practice to get Lucas da Silva into the car to get some laps, as Ferrari says they want to bring in some upgrades to the engine for the next few races, especially at Imola, where we will see the most upgrades aero and engine wise, which is the next round at San Marino Grand Prix. A lot of teams wanting to have their breakthrough of a season there, and then later I suspect Monza or Spa. As here we go, Nick Tander into the pit lane.
Nick Tander into the pits. Let's see, he's probably going to get overtaken right now by P2 and P3. P2 now going through the last corner. He's on the back straight, and let's see the pit stop from Nick Tander.
Oh my god!
That's a terrible stop, and he's going to get swamped by the field here.
He's gonna rejoin in like 10th or something, maybe 7th. He's behind Bethes. As we can see now, that is a move from Van Le. Oh dear, Valek nearly goes into the back of Tander, actually touched Tander as Matthew Falcon is out of the race. Hold on.
Matthew Falcon out of the race? What has happened there?
It's a failure. It's an Renault engine failure. Look at the fire at the back of the car. They were going for a 1-2 finish and it's over.
I don't think that's worth to really express that. It's heartbreak for Williams' team. They've already been downtrodden last season, and now they had the perfect opportunity for a 1-2 finish, and they've blown it, literally.
As Gilardini and the Sturm battling for position, Material has sadly retired from the race already. Stella is fifth, Sahin is second, and Granville is the sole leader. Stella is fighting for a podium in the Leisure team that has been limping to get into the points. They haven't scored a single point this season yet, in fact. So this is a phenomenal race for the Leisure team so far. Knock on wood, I don't want to curse it. As Johannes Van Leer has been told that he is behind Lucien. And he's not impressive that as Lucien herself trying to attack Stella. Lucien also told that Tander's stop was very bad, as now Van Leer is at the back of Tander. Lucien really sarcastically responding to that, and I understand that. So here we go.
This long train of cars, all battling for P7, right behind Nick Tander on fresh tyres. We should be able to battle quite hard on...
Ooh.
Never mind.
Van Leer for a very late launch. He pushes Tander very deep into the corner as Tander is coming in this lap.
What is...
He doesn't have a failure. Tander is just coming in this lap. What is the strategy here? The Sturman goes to the inside of Valek. Nice battle here between the Jordan and the Zauber cars, both Mercedes powered. Valek now goes side by side of Gilardini at defense P10. What is Jordan doing?
Did they put qualifying tyres on the
car? Oh dear!
Oh no!
Van Leer's car is off again!
And that is Van Leer out of his race into the barrier.
That is a very scary failure, look at that. The car just goes. He has no steering, nothing.
You were very lucky that there was a gap between himself and the next guy, which would be Battis.
Yeah.
That he didn't get collected by anyone.
No input whatsoever. But also we had Michael ahead of the race, so I want to see what happened there.
Michael looks to have taken some damage, it seems.
Yep. Radko better start to push as he is fighting for the podium. Same with Stella. Same with Lucien. Stella saying that the Ferrari behind me, it's quick. Oh!
It looks like he's taken out some marshals right there. He probably doesn't have insurance to cover that.
That's a very scary brake failure.
Oh dear.
Let's
hope the marshals got off away in time. That's very scary.
Yeah, that is a very scary failure for Michael Mahaz. Also, Tanda is called into the pit lane because they put on the wrong tires. They just noticed he's on the wrong tire set. As Valek to the inside of the Sturm and Gidadin goes into the back of the Zauber. Agnes now to the outside of Valek, side by side into the Schumacher. Says, check Agnes, oh my god. That is a beautiful move. But Bettis is in 6th. We can see the two Ligia cars sandwiching Lucien. Lucien tries to go to the inside of Stella. Doesn't work again. Blumschein is just getting closer.
Yep, for Tulicia's pretty much playing tag team with Lone Ferrari now. The Lone Ferrari, of course, has to try to do something here to event.
Wait, Stella is... Lucien got slowed. I think Lucien... I don't know, maybe an engine power cut. It seemed like it. There's a yellow flag. I think that's a lapped car. I just want to see what happened to Lucien, and I'm gonna see what happened. Yeah, engine power cut.
Engine issues for Lucien, that's... The last thing you would want is engine issues for...
Oh. That's very bad news for Igor Witt. Because this engine failure, as we have news from the Zaxby team, was caused by the impact.
Yeah, I don't think that... They don't think that Mark Tanner is going to look upon that lightly.
Yeah. That is very, very bad news for Igor Witt, because I don't think Zach Speed will take lightly to that, as Mihail Valek now battling the two Minardis. Katzenberg also behind Sopanen. He's been having such a good rookie season.
Miro Sopanen, 12 in the arrows, that's just incredible performance from him. He's going into the points, he's in the points, and he's pretty much consistently been in the points for every race so far, I'm pretty sure. Great season for him so far.
Yep. Overall, Arrows have been a decent team from the get-go.
Yep, I have to agree, even though they've got a, you could say, a scam sponsor on their side. Orange is not a company, in that sense. Yeah, it's surprising that they've been able to put such a show on for, even though it's the first year of competition.
Yeah. As Lucien is told to overtake the cars ahead, but she doesn't really have an estimate, she doesn't have a gap, so there's a lot of internal squabbles within the Ferrari team right now.
And Lucien, obviously, she only has 4 laps or so remaining to make this overtake. If she wants to get past both of these cars, she has to do it quickly.
Yep.
And they're not going to make it easy for her. They're looking to get a 3-4 finish for Ligia, which I'm pretty sure you've said they haven't scored a point yet.
Yeah, Ligia hasn't scored a single point yet.
Yep, so it would be an amazing finish for both of them, but if Lucien wants to do something to get Ferrari into a nice position, then she needs to get faster.
Yeah, Lucien again, the sole Ferrari left, just like during the Australian Grand Prix. As Van Leer not impressed, but he is okay.
So with Blumschein, Lucien seems to be catching up every little bit in every corner, but Blumschein and Stella are obviously trying to use the sympathy of each other to get faster and faster away from Lucien, but Lucien is still right on them, and it seems that Lucien might be trying to move here. No, not quite, but it's right on his rear.
Lucien might... Oh, look at that very poor exit. out of the chicane for Lucien, but the power deficit between the Ferrari engine should be enough now to get Lucien a bit closer. No, actually no, not enough. Not enough just yet. The leaders are not coming in. 4 laps to go.
Yep, 4 laps to go, and we might actually see the cars not actually doing a second pit stop. They might have gotten some harder tires onto their... they might have gotten some harder tires, my bad. And they might actually be going for full distance now for the remaining race. But pitting now, I think, would be a very poor choice.
Yep, it's Kalmar on the back of Sopan, and they have been harassing each other for the whole first sector. Some nice racing there, some hard racing. Kalmar overshot turn 1, and this is what has allowed Sopanen to defend his position. Where's Nick Tander? 19th.
Yeah, but I don't think the whole thing with Tander stopping only once is worked out, and that's with past Comedy-Pro, which obviously with a 10-second time penalty as far as I'm aware.
Oh no.
I know that's the Ambrosio in the 40.
Yeah, the 40 team really, well...
parked right next to the ambulance to give his team life support.
As there goes Effelink passing his teammate. There is a chance the 40 might finish this race, as Sahin has caught up to Granville.
Yep, we might be able to see a great battle for the lead in the closing stages of this race. As Sahin, obviously, if he were to win, this would be the upset of the century.
Yeah, I mean, the Sauber team has been doing quite well thanks to the Mercedes engine they have been using for quite a long time. The deal has been really successful this season, with Vale getting a decent finish in Bahrain, then Sahin getting a decent finish in Australia. Oh wait, Stella is coming in. I think this is the second pit window, but why? Yeah, Betes is also coming in. The tyres will not last the whole race, I don't think. Yeah, the Sturman also coming in. I think this is a legitimate pit window. Vanek also coming in. Sopan and Kalmar. Radiantor, Keith. Flynn on the back of Aguirre. None of them pitting though. Oh boy.
I think this is more of a question of whether or not the tires can actually survive until the end, in the sense that they might actually have a failure.
Yeah.
A tire failure if they go to the end with them. So
we might have
be the right call.
Yeah, we might have a situation like in Turkey where the tire might last, but it will look like it's been through an absolute nightmare of a race, Esteban Ocon style.
Yep.
As Lucien still 4/10th gap between him and Blumschein, so the Ligia team is doing wonders now to keep that car behind.
Ligia, doing everything they can to keep the Ferrari behind. The Ferrari seems to be a slightly faster car out into the corners and also on the straights, but out of the corners, Ligia just has massive push. You can see what right there.
Stella is coming in. Lucien to the inside of Blumschein, not enough space. So Stella, I really want to see where he comes out. Granville is coming in with 2 laps to go. Sahin will take the race lead. Blumschein is coming in, Lucien is not.
And if Sahin takes the lead now, that might be Sahin winning the race if he doesn't pit on the last lap.
Out of nowhere, Halil Sahin might become the hero of this race. And oh wait, that's a failure. That's a failure. No, I think that was a failure for one of the McLarens. Yeah, that is a failure. Kalmar's engine is off. That is bizarre.
That's very bizarre indeed.
Just look at this. It looked like he tried to take the chicane here.
A strange failure for Kalmar.
But he's getting pit. He is getting serviced.
I don't think he's gonna get out of the pits though.
Yeah, they can't restart the car. The car is off. He's telling the team now. Keith is also out of the race. But I believe that's due to a failure of a gearbox. But he's out as well. Herholt is in the points. A lot of cars coming in from the mid-pack. And Sahin is right on the back of Granville. He's not gonna wait till he pits.
And Sahin trying to go past. Oh, they touch, and that's Sahin into the lead.
Yeah, and Granville gets a poor exit. He's in the slipstream though. He might fight back, but even if he's coming in this lap, it doesn't matter. Yeah, he lifts off. It's over. It's over for David Granville. Halil Sahin is on a race of his lifetime.
Who would have thought now that Halil Sahin would take the lead of this race and would win this race if he now can just keep it together. And keep it together for one last lap. He's not pitting, it seems. He's not pitting, so he's going to actually finish the race in first place.
Yeah, Lucien is doing the same.
Celine Lucien in second place now.
The master stroke of a strategy. Blumstein is in, but it doesn't matter, I think, because Simone Ghilardini will be third.
Simone Ghilardini is second? Second podium?
Third. No, he's third. Aguirre will get into fourth or fifth, I think. There is Blumstein. Stella passes his teammate. He might go to the inside of Flynn. He doesn't. Ligia has lost out a bit on the strategy, but they're still in the point, so I think that's what matters. Chabot Miller is 9th, 23 positions up.
Yeah, I think I know who I'm going to vote for driver of the day.
As Herhold also doing decently with damage from last to points as he overtakes Hoshi. Hoshi also with damage to points. Then we have Sturman, Katzenberg, Soppanen battling for the last points paying position. But this is impeccable. This is the strategy wars that I have talked about at the start of the season. Sahin is coming to lap Rakus. Valek is out of the race. Hold on. What happened to Michael Valek? It looks like a failure.
Yeah, looks like a pretty bad failure. It looks like the engine blew up.
As Lucien told the team to not ring her into the pit lane. She knew it would be a bad idea. Oh, it's a very unlucky failure for the Croatian driver. At least he will be classified. Yeah, the car just gave up. Here we go, though. I think, yeah, Sahin is coming for the final corners, and Halil Sahin for the Zauber team out of nowhere. He said in a Twitter post he's going for the championship, and he meant it. Out of the final corner, Halil Sahin wins the German Grand Prix, the inaugural race at the Nürburgring. Celine Lucien, a master stroke of a strategy, P2 for the Ferrari team. Then we're going to see Simone Ghilardini, a second podium in a row for the Minardi team, and a second podium in career of Simone Ghilardini. Then Granville in fourth, then Aguirre. Stella makes a move on Flynn through the chicane. Beautiful move from Stella as he will get himself into sixth, but Marcos Aguirre gets fifth in the Tasman.
What a race this has been. So many teams that would otherwise not be thought of to even be near the podium are suddenly thrust into the top 10. That's quite amazing, I have to say.
Herhold finishes in the points, and Soppan and got Katzenberg on the final lap. I want to see how that looked. We missed a few of the battles, but this was the battle for last points paying position. Oh, he just mugged him. The BMW overspeed is massive compared to the Peugeot engine used by the Dams team. Then we're going to see Randy Anto in 18th, Sal Saller in 19th, then we have Vid, but he's going to drop down to the middle of nowhere. Curtis in 22nd, Nisbet in 23rd, Comedipur in 24th, and then Etheling in 25th as Rodney Rakus. Well, a race to forget for Benetton for sure.
After we have at Benetton the champions of last season, now the zeros of this season, I have to say.
Well, they have had two good races, but now this race completely shambles.
I have to agree, yep. Actually, Rakus is pitting now.
Yeah, he's been called in by the team. It doesn't matter, he's last anyways. So yeah, fastest lap goes to Matthew Falcon, who didn't finish this race, so no points will be awarded. For him, wait, he did finish, didn't? No, he didn't, right. So here we go. There is your race winner. Halil Sahin, out of nowhere. I have to say, this is completely out of nowhere. But what a drive from him. So, Max, driver of the day.
I have to say, either Chabot Miller or Flynn, both of them have had to overcome massive odds to put themselves in their positions. And I don't think that they could have done it on a normal circumstance. So I have to say, either of them would have to be my driver of the day.
Yeah, I agree. For me, it's either Aguirre or Chabot Miller. I mean, Chabot Miller, to defend from Tanda, who's in a way better car, with a way better engine, to finish 9th for the fundamental team, this is just totally unexpected. What a race. What a race. The next round, as I've said previously, is the San Marino Grand Prix at Imola. It should be a banger because this is the stock version of Automobilista, the laser scan Imola, so it should be a very good race. A lot of slipstream battles, so it will be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, that's it from me.
And goodbye.
Yep, see you next time.